Hey guys, it seems that the recent decline of all cryptocurrencies was the last opportunity to buy back the first cryptocurrency and altcoins quite for a good price. And now we are facing a huge growth, so everyone needs to be ready for it. That's why today I want to talk about RNDR and its potential once again. We will also discuss which big funds are interested in this asset and plan to pump up its price. So be sure to watch this video till the end, as it will be very helpful. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. Before we talk about RNDR Network, I would like to talk about the market. After all, understanding the situation can play a key role in cryptocurrency trading. This Saturday, we saw that the entire market began to plummet at an incredible rate. Bitcoin went from 67,000 to 61,000 in just a few hours. And all this happened against the backdrop of rather negative news about the conflict between Israel and Iran. However, the active phase of the conflict ended in just 3 to 4 hours, which led to further growth. This led to a huge amount of liquidation in the market, both before the start of the conflict and after its relative end. And even now, the market is experiencing a fairly high level of liquidation on margin positions. Therefore, I urge you to be very cautious. And when the market is in such a turbulent situation, only trade on the spot if you are confident in your actions. However, the overall situation is already under control. BTC is trading around 67,000 and altcoins are slowly recovering in value. So this turbulence has become a great opportunity to buy back the coins at very nice prices, which I did. What did you do during the drawdown? Share your actions and thoughts in the comments. I get this question a lot. Why is RNDR leading the AI market? Why do I see the most potential in it? After all, there are NEAR, Bitstorm, Theta, and other quite good projects in the field. Of course, all these coins are pretty good, with strong teams behind them, and many people willing to make money with them. But for me personally, RNDR is a little more than just one of the participants in this AI story. So let's take it one step at a time. This weekend, I saw a lot of hate towards RNDR because of the rather significant correction to $8. However, people simply do not understand that it is normal for the market to see a correction because there is no constant growth. Even if you look at the history of RNDR, you could see a similar situation 40 days ago. The same 30% drop, followed by a fairly active bounce to new all-time highs. So do not worry about RNDR going down, because with partners and technology like this, it is very unlikely. And these are not just my words, these are facts. Those who bought back this correction have already made more than 50% of the profit. I have repeatedly talked about RNDR Network and its advantages. They are the main factors that make me believe that this project has every chance of an incredibly positive future. This is the first time that a crypto project has partnered with a Web 2 giant like Apple. The famous Apple Vision Pro glasses work with RNDR, which means that the crypto project can process video data and render it very quickly. Strategic partnership with NVIDIA and the vice president of the same company has taken an advisory role in RNDR, which indicates a high level of trust and understanding of the market. In addition to the big technical players, RNDR's partnerships include AI market big players like Stability AI. I talked about this in my last video, but few people paid attention to this point, even though it is extremely important. So today, I want to draw your attention to the most important points of this partnership. So, let's start with the question of why RNDR will be bought by big funds and market players. Such large funds as BlackRock and Fidelity will definitely buy this asset, and I will tell you why. By the way, Amber Group, a well-known cryptocurrency fund from Hong Kong, has already bought a considerable amount of RNDR tokens. And apparently, it does not plan to sell its assets early. And as I said, this is just the beginning. Funds will start paying attention. And now I will explain why. I don't want to tell you the details of the partnership with Apple and NVIDIA for the 100th time, but we are much more interested in the partnership with Stability AI. After all, their AI model that generates images from words is a leader. The numbers are just amazing when it comes to AI image generation. In total, 15 billion images were generated in 1 year, 12 billion of which were generated by Stable Diffusion, Stability's AI. And now an interesting situation is emerging where it is likely that Stable Diffusion will use RNDR to process its generated images. This will certainly increase the demand for the token itself. But that is not the most important thing. Since 2022, Apple has shown interest in Stability AI technologies and their Stable Diffusion product, using it to integrate AI into its products. This year, Apple also started working with Render Network for video rendering. Under the latest proposal, Stable Diffusion will use Render Network's decentralized GPUs to create content, making Render Network a key element in generating AI content for Apple using the Render token for transactions. There's also a very big event that all the big funds are paying attention to, but for some reason, small investors aren't. In just 1 month, NVIDIA will report its revenue, which will be 100% higher than the previous quarter. The latest reports showed that NVIDIA made almost all of its money from its GPU and AI technologies. This news drove RNDR up quite a bit, and I'm sure that this time big funds like BlackRock and Fidelity will buy back RNDR, and big companies like Apple and NVIDIA will probably buy this asset as well, so I expect a big price increase, and I suggest talking about it in my price prediction. Before we start calculating the approximate price of the asset and my selling targets, I want to clarify that everything happened exactly as I said in the last video. Of course, it would be cooler to see it hit $8 and then rise to $10, $15, and then $20, $25 at the beginning of the altcoin season. This would be an ideal scenario where even I would buy RNDR. That is, we have seen a significant correction to $8, and already people who got in with me have made 50% profit. However, it's not a process now. My short to medium term goals for the token remain the same. I expect to see $13 to $15 in the near future. Of course, there are factors behind this. Partnerships with Apple, NVIDIA, and Stability AI. Besides, Anatoly Yakovenko, CEO of Solana, supports Render Network. And I can't help but mention the fact that NVIDIA will be reporting earnings, which has historically been a big draw for the entire AI market. I would like to draw your attention to the fact that this is not financial advice, but only my opinion and vision of the market. So be sure to do your own research and invest wisely. Also, I can't help but mention the fact that short-term growth is based on information only, and I don't take into account the fact that technology improvements, new partnerships, and so on. That is what I take into account with long-term investments, and Render is just such an investment. It has amazing technology and the potential for new partnerships. Chinese funds have already started to invest in RNDR, and this looks particularly interesting in the context of the adoption of ETFs in China. And I believe that big players in cinematography, AI, GameFi, and many others will want to partner with Render Network, which will send the price right into space. So when we talk about my bullish prediction, I see much better price points. Again, if you take into account all the positive factors that can contribute to the price increase, I see no reason for only 2 or 3x. Therefore, I set goals for myself, under which Render Network will be able to grow to the zone of $90, $100 per 1 RNDR, because this coin is a utility of their product, which can be useful for absolutely everything. And I would like to remind you that this video is by no means financial advice. This is just my vision and thoughts on the market. So always do your own research before investing and invest wisely. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the growth of coins. Thanks for watching, your Coin Post.